I won't let this situation go bad. Nothing is okay without you, love.
All right. We have some news for you. In today's video, we will be talking about how Season 3 of the psychotic Netflix show, You, will change everything. We will talk about some unrevealed secrets of the show, as well as some unresolved plot points that we've been waiting to get answers from. Keep on watching to get a hold of all of this. However, you are warned, there are some spoilers in this video. Is Elle in Florida, or is she lying? After her sister suddenly disappeared and was later reported dead, Henderson's investigation for the murder is pointing all its attention to Ellie. This has made her fearful of the fact that she can be claimed guilty in the future. Joe then tells her that the best thing to do is to go out of town, and he is even willing to give her some extra money so she can start a new life. In the last moments of the episode finale of Season 2, we witnessed Joe holding a postcard that Ellie had sent him, supposedly from Florida. But we are wondering if Ellie has genuinely moved to Florida. She is considered one of the most intelligent and savvy characters of the whole series, and we find it hard to believe that she will not further delve into the investigation of her sister's murder. There is a possibility that in the next season, Ellie will convince authorities to go deeper in the investigation and possibly find something more about what happened the day of her sister's murder. What will Mrs. Quinn reveal in Season 3? The whole Quinn family tends to be a bit off throughout the whole series. They are known for acting as this picture-perfect family, hiding behind this facade of complete happiness when in reality, they are a family of sickness. The mother likes to portray the perfect motherly figure who keeps the whole family organized and nurtures them. But in reality, she is quite the opposite. Behind the eyes of the public, Mrs. Quinn is both manipulative and as sneaky as she can get. Throughout Season 2, there are some clues that she knows something most characters don't, but plays along. Even when it comes to Mrs. Quinn's daughter, there is something suspicious about her that makes us think that they might have something to do with the murder of Ellie's sister. Not much is known about what Dottie had been doing before marrying Ray, and if Joe doesn't discover who she is, then there's a possibility that no one ever will. The relationship she has with her children is creepy, and she is overall controlling of everything they do. Her over-controlling behavior is just getting worse and worse with each episode. We are only hoping that by the end of Season 3, the whole Quinn family will be exposed to some extent. There is a high chance of that happening. Where did Candace hide after Joe tried to bury her alive? Candace is by no doubt one of the most complicated characters in the whole series. Despite being the main victim of the show, she is seen as the main villain in Joe's eyes. After being his obsession for quite some time, she managed to survive his dark courtship attempt, and now she has a lot of reasons to consider Joe Goldberg an enemy, especially after being ignored by the police after she attempted to tell them who Joe was and expose him by reporting all the crimes he had done. When Joe tried to bury her alive, Candace had no choice but to act as if she was dead so Joe would believe it. But this has left all of us to wonder what happened during the time all of this was happening to her. Did her family have a clue where she was? Did she have any idea with her? What did she plan to do so she could escape Joe? Candace's story has a lot of blank spaces, and we are eagerly waiting for them to be filled up throughout Season 3. What did love do with Candace? As obvious as it was, Candace was nowhere close to having a happy ending. She was fatally murdered by the same person she tried to protect at all costs from Love Quinn. Candace simply didn't realize that she was only dealing with the other side of a coin. We are also wondering the same things about Delilah. How did they clean up the crime scene without leaving a trace? Where did they bury the girls? And the question we highly want to be answered: how in the world did they move the bodies? We are guessing that the Quinn family has a lot to do with planning all of this. Since they have some connections and a bit of extra money on their hands, they have probably played a major role in hiding everything and managed to erase almost everything from the crime scene. However, with such a high-profile murder, both Love Quinn and Joe have a long list of evidence slowly piling up against them, and there is only so much money to cover up all of these facts that point to Love and Joe. Will there be a possibility that Joe will get caught up in Delilah's murder? Do you remember that long list of evidence piling up against Joe we mentioned a few seconds ago? Well, Love Quinn is brutal and crafty at the same time, so it might come as no surprise that she will probably come up with a genius and complicated plan to try and cover up the death of Delilah. Even though it sounds far simpler when explained, staging suicide and making it look real is almost impossible to achieve, especially after considering that Joe had been previously arrested with her before her sudden disappearance. We also can't forget the fact that Fincher is a part of Joe's trial, and like we mentioned before, with the list of evidence, whoever the detective is will have a lot of investigating to do in Season 3. What happened with Joe's mother? Many flashbacks during Season 2 gave us a lot of details about what happened to Joe during his childhood and made us understand that Joe didn't have the best upbringing. Joe's mother was constantly abused, and Joe was always there witnessing all of it. And when he reached a breaking point, he finally decided to kill his mother's boyfriend while he was abusing her. We're not completely sure of what happened after that. There is a possibility that Joe's mother gave up custody of him, but since then, no one knows where she ended up, and the show itself has never given a single detail about her, not even revealing whether she is dead or alive. We are just crossing our fingers that Season 3 will reveal what she's been up to for all these years and even bring her and Joe together in the upcoming episodes. What does 40 know about his sisters that the rest do not? The Quinn sisters, Love and 40, are very codependent with one another, and they keep shooting the ball at each other at court, showing who is merely dependent on whom. We think that the reason why these family members are so dependent on one another is all linked to their past, because they have so many family secrets that they've been hiding for years. Their only way to survive is by relying on one another. The way they act towards each other during the series has led us to believe that the most stable member of the family is Love, but recently it has been revealed that the opposite of what we thought might be the truth. There are, by no doubt, a lot of holes that are not yet explained about this family. We will most likely find out about them in Season 3. Did Love lie about her husband? We were devastated when we found out about Love's tragic past. The fact that such a nice and loving person was taking up so many burdens while also going through a traumatic heartbreak touched the heart of all the viewers. Although it was later revealed that Love has something disturbing that sparked a series of red flags. If we follow the flashbacks closely, we can see that James simply got ill and passed away. But some fans are not convinced that James has died in such a way. Many believe that there is more to this story waiting to be revealed in the upcoming season. This speculation does sort of make sense if we keep in mind that in the show, nothing is as it seems. Is Joe the father of Love's baby? It is really hard to not doubt every single thing you thought you knew about someone when you start poking holes in the trust you have in them. At the start of Season 2, we had a hard time believing Love after she claimed that she was pregnant with Joe's baby. This is all because she has proved to be somewhat of a devious person, leading us to not be so sure of whether she is telling the truth or she just lied to Joe because she feared he might kill her. When it comes to keeping secrets and telling lies, Love is a total expert, especially when it comes to getting what she wants. We will hopefully get to explore more about this in Season 3. Who is Joe's neighbor? In Season 2 of the show, Love and Joe end on happy terms together. The fact that they are now at the beginning of starting a new family and have just gotten a new place in the suburbs shows that things are finally going well for the couple. But of course, this doesn't last long, and in the final episode of the last season, Joe spots a woman by the other side of his new house. The moment is creepy as Joe stares at her while she is reading a book. This says a lot about the fact that Joe might still be a psychopath that he used to be at the beginning of the show. But some fans say that he is not stalking her, but possibly has seen her before and is just trying to figure out who she is. What do you think? Will Season 3 be a total game changer for this show? Let us know down below in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this to appear on your feed. Thank you for watching. Until next time.